What's going on, guys? Thomas Garetz here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make money as a teenager, and you can do this from home with absolutely no money and no experience needed. But this video is going to be different than all the other videos on this topic, because if you've seen some of these videos, it's where they're just like the 10 best ways or the 20 best ways to make money as a teenager. And I don't know about you, but for me, when I see those videos, it's just like it has no real actionable value. It's just like, here's one way and that's what you should do. Here's the next way and that's what you should do. They don't tell you like how to do it, any of the ways to get the money or get the customers or anything really valuable, like I said. So instead, I'm going to go really in depth into one specific way, which I think is the best way to make money as a teenager, and it will actually give you a real skill that you can make money with for years to come. And I'm going to show you how to get customers, how to get the money, and how you can even use this skill and the skills I teach you in this video to make even more money in the long run. And like I said, it's completely free. The only thing I ask of you is to please smash that like button for me. It really helps out my videos and I really appreciate it. But without any further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so like I said, I'm going to show you how to make money as a teenager. But before we get started, I just want to kind of talk about a couple things, because I see a lot of people, teenagers, even older people, anyone really, they're looking all over the industry and they see all these different ways to make money, right? And I just want to say that, especially as a teenager, and if you're really trying to make money without spending money, there's not many businesses. Like, you can't do drop shipping, you can't do affiliate marketing. Well, you can, but it's going to be difficult. You can't start an agency. You can't do any of those things without spending some money on like a website, software, all these different things, right? Facebook ads. But the thing I'm going to show you how to do, you can do completely free. But you do have to understand that it will take some work. I see so many people, they want to do all these different strategies, but they want to make $10,000 tomorrow with only using their phone, and they have dial-up internet or something. You get what I mean? Like, it's gonna take work regardless of what you do. Now, most of these businesses, like I said, does take money or an initial investment or something. However, like I said, this won't. And what it is it's just performing a service. And that service that I think is one of the most important services for so many people, me included, is video editing. Okay, and I know when some people hear video editing, they just want to leave the video because they think it's so difficult, but it's really not. I just watched some simple tutorials on YouTube and started practicing, and eventually I got better and better. And like I said earlier, it's gonna take some work. So if you're not willing to learn a simple skill that can actually make you money, you're on the wrong video. And most people doing these types of videos, if they're talking about video editing, like those list videos, they're like, yeah, just learn how to do freelancing and post your skill on Fiverr and you'll make a bunch of money, right? And I'm not saying Fiverr is bad, but when you're first starting out on Fiverr, if you don't have any reviews, it's hard to get your first few sales. Not to mention, Fiverr takes a percentage. I think it's like 10 or 20%. Okay, so when you're working directly with someone, you not only get the entire amount, but you can actually work with them personally and do other things besides having to go through Fiverr. Okay, so that's the way I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to explain this kind of in steps and a few different ways to do it. So let's get into it. So the first step, obviously, you need a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop, this probably isn't for you. Okay. But if you have a laptop or maybe a home computer, perfect. The next thing you need is you need an actual video editor. If you're using a Mac, you have iMovie, and that's great because it's free. And if you're using a Windows, you're not as lucky because Windows Movie Maker got taken away and the new editor they have in the Photos app is garbage, okay? So I would suggest getting Filmora. It's by Wondershare. I'll link it below. I think it's like $40 a year or like $60 for a one-time payment. So it's way cheaper than like what I use, which is Camtasia. And there are free editors, but I just really don't like them. And I know Wondershare Filmora is a great program. Okay, and that's the only thing you have to pay for if you're not using a Mac and you have iMovie. You could use the free editors, but I really dislike them. If you do use the free editors, make sure the first thing you buy is a better editor, because that's very important. Now, the next step is we need to find people who need videos edited. This is one of the main reasons why I chose video editing for this video, because it's so much more simple to find people who need video editors than, like, say, people who need websites built or who need email marketing or any of that stuff. And that stuff's actually a lot more difficult to learn. You know what I mean? Because if you're watching YouTube right now, chances are you know what a good video looks like, okay? So it's just much easier in my opinion. And you may be wondering, like, why am I looking for people to do editing for them before I even know how to edit, all right? So I would say maybe check out a couple basic tutorials of the editor you're going to use, whether it's iMovie or Filmora. Check out a couple basic tutorials, okay? So you at least know the basics, but the reason we're going to find customers first is because what we're going to do is something much different than anyone else would say. And that's what is called offering your services for free. And I know a lot of people are like, why would I offer my services for free? How am I going to make money? But first of all, you've never edited before, and the best way to learn how to edit is by actually doing. And editors can easily make close to $100 per hour, but you can't be charging people that much if you've never done it before, because they're going to be able to tell from your work. But if you're upfront with them and you're like, hey, I'm just starting out, I'm willing to edit your videos for free if I can get some experience and you can give me feedback and I can learn. And then what that is going to do is the law of reciprocity is come into play. And if you're learning and you continue to do better, they're going to be much more likely to reciprocate that kindness you gave them and hire you in the future. And when it comes to finding people for the videos you want to edit, there's different types of editing, right? Like, you're going to edit a movie different than you're going to edit a YouTuber who's doing gaming content, right? Or even a YouTuber who's doing beauty content and a YouTuber who's doing gaming content, right? So maybe you should really decide the type of content you want to edit before doing it. Like, if you're totally into the make money online content, just find a bunch of people in that niche and learn how to edit their videos, and then later on maybe branch out. But if you can get really good at editing the make money online videos or editing the gamer videos or whatever it is, then you can be a professional in that niche, right? So the best way to find people on YouTube is just going to their videos, liking, commenting on their videos, sending them emails. And then also what you can do is you can go to Facebook groups. And then you can literally go to groups, type in YouTube, and then just search all the different groups and start joining them. And then what you can do is you can just make a post in there and be honest. You could be like, hey, I'm just starting out with my freelancing career and I'm focusing specifically on editing. And then that's where you could say editing for gamers, editing for this, editing for that. Or you could start broad and just kind of test out the waters, right? And if there's anyone here who would be willing to let me edit their videos for free, I'd love to help. And then that's how you can start getting your practice in and start learning. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build out a social media presence, whether that's on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. You want to make your entire profile about video editing. So like mine, you can see mine's about how to get traffic and make high ticket commissions with YouTube, right? So you can see that's what everything here is about on my profile. If you were on Instagram, you could have it say, I edit videos for gamers. And then you could have a link there to show some of your work that you've done so people can start seeing what you're doing, right? And that's another thing, is when you're editing for people for free, it's a super simple way to start building out your portfolio completely free. Not to mention is a lot of these people you end up editing for free are probably going to hire you if you start learning and keep getting better and better. But a lot of this, like I said, it requires work. And if you're just going to give up without actually learning how to get better at editing, you're never going to make money with any online endeavor. So this is just like anything else. If you're willing to put in the work and actually focus and become better and better, it's going to be so simple to make money. Trust me, editing is such a huge pain point for so many people, me included. If I could find someone that was willing to do my work for free and actually improve and really work hard, I might end up hiring this person on full time in the future if they really work hard and they actually do a good job. So you never know who you're going to find and who you're going to help that may end up giving you a full-time job that pays you $70,000 a year. Right? So that's the amazing thing with doing editing, because there's so many people out there, so many YouTubers out there who make a ton of money. And if you actually learn to actually do editing really good, the sky's the limit. Seriously. So again, just make sure you're reaching out to people constantly, sending DMs, sending messages on Facebook, leaving comments on YouTube. And then you can also go to people's about page on YouTube, scroll down, and then for business inquiries right here, view email address, you can send people emails on YouTube. You can send people emails on Instagram and use that same script I just gave you and just be upfront and honest. And I promise you will get people willing to let you do that free trial and let you edit for free. But just don't take it hard if someone gets upset at you because you're still learning. That happens. Take it with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? Like, people are going to be upset. That's part of a service industry. If you've ever worked an actual job, you know that. Trust me, I worked as a blackjack dealer at a casino. There's not many people that people hate more than a dealer at a casino who's taking their money. So I know about getting yelled at, but you got to take it with a grain of salt. Like I said, use that as a learning experience. You know what I mean? Hopefully not everyone will get mad at you, but there will be a few people. But most people will be willing to give you constructive criticism and real feedback that will help you improve in the future. Now, once you actually get your skills up and you're ready to start charging people, or maybe someone you did it for free for is ready to take you on and pay you, you have to actually get that money to you, right? And I know if you're under 18, that can be kind of difficult, right? Because the only way you can use like Venmo, PayPal, Cash App is with parents' approval. So you will have to talk to your parent. And this is why I suggest doing this last, because you don't want to be like, hey, I'm starting this business, I don't really know anything about it, yada, yada, yada. Like, parents get confused about online stuff, okay? So you don't want to tell them that you need an account or you need their help until you're like, hey, this person's about to send me this money because I'm performing a service for them. I'm editing their video and I've been doing this for a month or a couple weeks and I know what I'm doing. Is there any way I could use your account, or you could sign on as a co-signer with me for my own PayPal or whatever, right? You got to look into that. I don't really know how the age, I know PayPal, you do have to be 18, but they do have like a student account. So just look into that, because I've never been a part of that stuff under 18, but I know with parents' approval, you can get almost all of them, okay? So just make sure you leave that till the end. A lot of people stress like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Just follow these steps, okay? And I promise it will work out if you work it, okay? But the people who just get information overload and never take action are never even going to get to the point where they need to make money. But they're worried about the last step. Does that make sense? Okay, so don't worry about this until you get there. All right. And then just ask your parents. Tell them, look, I've been doing this. I need your help. And almost all parents will be willing to help you if you're trying to do something positive for yourself, which this is. This is a legitimate business. There are many adults who do freelancing as their full-time job, right? So just think of this like from a business standpoint, and you're really learning a skill that can make you a full-time income, and you don't have to get into college debt. You don't have to work at a crappy job. You know what I mean? So I hope that makes sense, and I really hope you appreciated this video. It was kind of random. I've never done one about this before, but if you are above the age of 18, check out the links down below in the description if you want to learn how to make money online. And that's all I got. See you on the next video.